Our discussion is on integrity. Integrity is a word that comes from the same root with the word integer. And since I did my Form 4 1971, and the last time I sat in a mathematics class, so that's 50-something years. How many years? Almost 53 years ago, isn't it? So if I get it wrong, you can forgive me. Is 1.2 an integer? Answer me. Is 1.2 an integer? Is 3/4 an integer? No, please prove that you went to school. Is it an integer? Okay. Is a half an integer? I want to hear yes or no. No. Is what about 7? Oh, you all agree it's an integer? It is called an integer because it's whole. It's not a fraction. So when you talk about integers, you are talking about whole, complete. So when you talk about integrity, we are talking about being whole. You are the same person everywhere. People of integrity have 3 things we can be sure about. They are the same people everywhere. What you are to your mother is what you are to your wife, is what you are to the employer. You are the same person everywhere. So you are not a fraction. You are the same person everywhere. Because you have integrity, you know, which circumstance? Now, if you ask him here, he says this. If you ask him elsewhere, he says a different thing. Number 2, people of integrity are consistent. Since they are giving their heart, they are saying exactly what is their heart. The answer can never change. That means, if I'm a person of integrity, you can ask the pastor about me, and he can almost predict how I'm likely to answer. Because if you are asking, we have been friends for the same number of years I've been mentioning, 50. So we have discussed many subjects. So he can know for sure, if you both ask him, John Nana, this is what you say. Because people of integrity are consistent. Are we together? They are what? Consistent. They don't change. Why don't they change? Because if they have integrity, they are one person and they never change. Thirdly, people of integrity are predictable. And of course, I've already referred to it. And because they are predictable, that means you can always guess what they will say. You don't even bother asking them because you can tell. Can you imagine if you marry, can see many of you are single, if you married a girl with integrity? It will mean you can predict her. Are we together? It will mean she is consistent. It will mean also that you will enjoy company with her. Is there anybody who likes people you cannot predict? They say one thing here, the other thing. In fact, they can tell you, I told you I am tall. Now they are starting to tell you they are short. But sure, you can even see the height. He is lying as you look. People without integrity make fool of themselves. Am I right? So you need to understand that we are discussing this. That if we are talking about integrity, we are talking about being yourself all the time and not changing the circumstances. My second point, which I thought I need to state very clearly, you cannot be a Christian and not have integrity. Because true integrity comes from godliness. So if you are a Christian and you have no integrity, the truth is you are a pretender. You can't truly be a Christian and lack integrity. Because to lack integrity will mean you are lying. To lack integrity will mean that you do not fear God. To lack integrity means you are not honest, you are not truthful. And if you go through the 10 commandments, you'll see many of them have something to do with integrity. Now, if you have integrity, can you lie? If you have integrity, you will tell the truth, isn't it? And if you have integrity, you respect your parents. Am I right? Now, so you can see clearly, you cannot be a Christian and lack integrity. And I'm not saying that you cannot pretend to be a Christian, If you pretend you are Christian, you can pretend or not. And many people pretend to be in charge, but they have no integrity. I want to give you a test, and I want to help you to help yourself, test yourself as to whether you have integrity. And you will not need to report to us. Just write the answer. We'll see how many questions you get correct. But we will not ask you for the results. So answer correctly because you're answering for yourself. There are 8 questions. I want to see how many you pass. Are we together? I start off. If you really have integrity and you know it, let me ask you, do you usually put more sugar in your tea when in a hotel than in your home? If the answer is yes, you have no integrity. Why? Because your own things, you take care. Other people, you can waste. That means you have no integrity. Because you are the same person everywhere. If you need 1 spoon of sugar when it's your money, you still need 1 spoon of sugar when it's my money. Are we together? I'm not asking how many I passed that one. But it's a very tempting thing. Very, very tempting. That whenever you feel that this is not mine, you think you can do. I was told a story recently which I thought was very pitiful. A friend of mine went for a research project with a young man, your age, a university student. And they were staying in a hotel as they were collecting data. On the day they were leaving, the young man moved from his room to his supervisor's room and asked, since your bag is bigger, can I use it? I said, yes, why? Because in my room, there is a big poster, a big, picture, those pictures. And I want to carry it. The man said, and both of them are Christians, say, are you serious? You want to steal? No! The kind of money they are charging us is enough to cover that also. Now if they covered it, they then walk out holding it. How come you want to hide it in? It's because you know you are stealing. You are a Christian thief. The two words don't seem to go together. So the boys, because my friend respected the father, he didn't know exactly what to say. He said, you cannot use my box to steal. And I'm very disappointed with it. He said, I don't understand you. In our own home, the Christian home, because the man told me the father of the boy is around my age. So he's a Christian for many years, an elder in the church. In my own home, the camera we use, my father came with it from Germany. And he tells us it was left in the room, and he took it and came back to us. It's the one now we use for family photography. What's wrong? That my father can do it. Anything wrong with me doing it? Now my friend, here is it. Any comment will now be about his own father. So he refused to continue talking about that. But the truth is, it does not take rocket science to know the father has trained a thief. He is still a leader in the church, and the boy is still in the youth fellowship, but he is simply going to hell. Clear. Would you agree with me? Now, you don't seem to agree with me, because you're also holding other people's property. But it needs to be understood. People of integrity will take care of their own things, and will also take care of other people's things in the same way since started. Are we together? You know we are running about integrity. Because integrity cannot allow you to do something that will hurt others. And I'll be coming back to that in the afternoon. So, now you understand the question. Don't tell us the answer. But have you ever done that? Where when it is somebody else's money at stake, you can misuse it. Sometimes it's not even somebody else's money. In school, you are very careful with the toilet paper because you bought it with your pocket money. At home, you just remove it more than your backside requires. But because after all, it's my father paying. Now you know. Your new title is a thief. You are misusing other people's property, and the truth is you have no integrity. The exam is 8 questions. We have only done 1, isn't it? I go to the second one. No, I've already mentioned it. Do you use more tissue in a public washroom than you do at home? Now, so I can go to question number 3. Now, mark yourself. Question number 3. Do you serve yourself more food than you can finish just because someone else is footing the bill? Have you seen that? You go to a party and somebody puts the plate can't hold the food. Only for them to sit down, eat a quarter, and throw away the rest. Have you seen people doing that? Now you know their title. What are they? Thieves. The whole thing is they want to make another person poor. After all, it's nothing to do with their own money. If it is their money, if you go to their house, they will give you very little food. But now they are in a place. After all, see here too. In fact, some people normally, when you ask them, why are you being corrupt? He says, your mother's thing. In other words, it's okay to misuse other people's property. Now, it can be quite an issue. How many questions have I asked so far? So I go to the 4th one. Do you usually jump the queue when you find an opportunity to do so? In other words, here are people, 10 of them. They have been waiting till morning. You come and you are planning how to dodge. Somebody asks for a chance to go ahead. The people start quarreling. You just pretend you are not hearing. Then another, within no time you are number 3. You are past 7 people. And especially if the person at the head of the queue is your relative. If you can jump a queue without the permission, not of the person at the end, but of the people you are passing. You know, they can see you are an old man and allow you, isn't it? But the person over there cannot be the one, because these people are right before you. Integrity means, I don't want to exploit another person. I'm not that kind of a person. I will not want it to be done to me. I will not do it to others. Maybe you are saying, Mr. Nganga, these are too cheap. Ask real big things. No, I hate corrupt people. They are eating government money. Now, that's not where I am. Because you are not a president or a deputy. Although the deputy comes from your county. At your level, these questions are related. Are you getting it? Are you getting these our questions? Yeah, nothing to do with those big people. So we keep talking about how corrupt they are there. Those are. Yet we are doing it among ourselves. What does that tell you? If you also become big, we'll be equally corrupt, isn't it? Because the truth is, we are corrupt minus opportunity. Even if you wanted to steal government money, you don't have the access to it. So you cannot steal. But if you can steal sugar, you can actually steal government money. The rule is the same. Whatever is causing you from the inside. Because the real problem is lack of integrity. Are you more concerned about knowing someone's surname rather than the first name? In other words, I say, my name is John. No, I want to know you're the other one. Surely, once I've told you I'm John, so I'm John. Why do you want to know I'm called Nganga? It's so that you can locate me. The truth is, you are a tribalist. Not communicating. Some of them even go ahead and ask you, what's your second name? You say Nganga. Nganga. Like if you say you're minor. No, minors are everywhere. So they say, minor. Minor. Which minor from where? Because now the name has not helped. You ask, minor from where? He is openly declaring he is a tribalist. He has no idea that the God of the Kalenjin is the God of the Kikuyu. He treated them the same way, but located some in one place and others in another place. But they all belong to God. I told you people of integrity do so because of the fear of God. If you fear him, how can you look down on these people? Do you see you lack integrity? Let's keep going. How many have I had so far? 5. So I go to the 6th one. Do you usually, assuming you have a car, do you usually overlap while in traffic jam? Or do you normally ignore traffic lights? And you may not be a driver yourself, but you say on the matatu quarry, why can't you pass? Because you are delaying us. You are encouraging the matatu driver to disobey rules. Where? Hakuna police. Wako wapi? You know what you're telling us, you have no integrity. Because I told you integrity is from the heart. And so, for you, you only do right because of fearing of being caught. Since there is no policeman, why kill? The Lord. People of integrity do not require policemen at all. Because we don't have policemen, they will do the right thing because they fear God. For example, I've just been driven from the road. If you see a vehicle crashing you, what are they asking you? When you see a vehicle coming this way and it's flashing you, what is it asking you? Whether police are ahead. Now, for them to flash you, they are declaring to you they are going to hell. Because if they were going to heaven, they will not do the wrong thing. Because it's nothing to do with the police. They just fear God. Am I communicating? Yeah, people of integrity do not define sin as being caught. To them, sin is sin even if nobody catches them. But there is some people without integrity, their worry is, was I caught? Can I be caught? If you think you cannot be caught, now you no longer need to fear. The way you know you have integrity is when you know nobody can catch you. What do you do? When you are alone, what do you do? What you do when you know you are secure, nobody can catch you, is a test as whether you have integrity or not. People of integrity do not define things as being caught. You know, for example, you find, not in this church, you find some girls are very good, they are active in the youth fellowship, but they are sleeping around. But they can never be caught. Why? They are using condoms and other gadgets. So they never get pregnant. And they look very holy. Now you need to understand, even if you are not get pregnant and don't get HIV, you are still going to hell. Are we together? You don't go to hell because of getting pregnant. After all, pregnancy is a blessing. Am I right? Yeah. If you are pregnant, say hallelujah. It's wonderful. It's a gift of God. What is wrong is what you did to get pregnant. Am I communicating? So you need to understand that you need to come to where it's not the pregnancy, it's not HIV. It is simply that you're a woman of integrity. You intend to present yourself to your husband as a virgin. It's nothing to do with getting caught in HIV. That's why I'm not immoral. I want to be a young man who one day will present myself to my wife. Am I also called virgins? A man who has kept holy. What are they? Can I use the word virgin? I don't know. Is there another word? Okay, men, you want to present yourself to your wife as a virgin. Why? Because that's what pleases the Lord. Because you're a man or a woman of integrity. Are we together? So it's not about being caught at all. It has nothing to do with being caught.